I'm Becky, and I've been a patient at Sound Relief for 5 years. So probably around 6 years ago, I was exercising, and when I got done, I had bent down to pick something up. And when I came up, my ears were ringing. And I noticed at the time that the ringing didn't stop. I thought that it would subside after a couple of hours and then a couple of days. But then I realized after that that was my new normal. It was very impactful. I just started to be able to not sleep well. I was aware of it all the time when I was awake. In the middle of the night when I would wake up, I would focus on it so much that I couldn't go back to sleep. So it was affecting everything that I did because this was something new to me, and I didn't know how to get it to stop, and I couldn't block it out. Well, funny enough, a friend of mine had seen a Sound Relief commercial on TV, and she was aware of how much I was struggling with the ringing, and she mentioned it and said, have you seen this commercial? You maybe should check this out. They have a place here in Arizona. And so I don't think I did anything for a few months, but then I got to the point that I really thought that I had to figure something out, right? I needed to see somebody, talk to somebody. So I looked up Sound Relief and gave you guys a call. So I think that what stood out to me the most was that there was something that could be done for it, right? Because I understand there's no cure per se, but that just to be able to have something to help you learn to adjust, like I said, to your new normal, right? And I was really excited and interested just to find out what the treatment was. Because really, when you get to that state, you're almost willing to try anything, right? So my treatment involved wearing devices daily with the sound treatment. No amplification. I didn't need any of that. So for probably the first year, I wore them almost every day. At first, it was a bit of a change, right? Because I wasn't used to having to put something in my ear like that, right? But then it just became very normal and very comfortable. And I, a lot of times, would not even be aware that I was wearing them. I would say that I noticed an improvement fairly quickly. I would say within the first few months, I had already adjusted to, as I said, the wearing the devices and the sound therapy. But I think that it was fairly quick that I was able to retrain my brain and be able to focus on the sounds of other things and block out the ringing. The only thought that kept going through my mind was, I don't know how I'm going to live with this for the rest of my life. How am I going to live with this? How am I going to function? How am I going to be able to every single day get through the day and not focus on the ringing in my ears? So I think that the fact that there is a treatment available and it does work, and it very much worked for me, I think that absolutely has changed my perception of it. Oh gosh, I mean, everybody here is so great. Every time I come in here, everybody is so friendly. Obviously, I have seen you for 5 years now. And I feel like when I come in here, I'm talking to a friend, right? I feel like no questions are stupid. You guys always provide such great service. And like I said, everybody here has just always been so friendly and warm and easy to talk to. Well, I think that the biggest thing for me is that it allowed me to gain coping skills, right? Which I think is huge. That's, to me, the most important thing. I wake up in the middle of the night now and I can hear the ringing, but I'm able to pretty quickly block it out and go back to sleep. The same thing for just daily tasks, right? when I am aware of the ringing, I am able to very quickly redirect my thoughts, redirect my brain to not hear the noise. And I think that just the quality of life that has given me is huge. My sanity. I mean, truly. I think that, but again, the sleep part is huge for me, right? So I think that being able to, when you have quiet time, or again, sleeping, just when you need to try to feel like you have peace. I didn't feel like I had that before I had treatment because I didn't know how to cope with the ringing at all, right? So I feel like it's all of those different moments put together. I think that a huge part of it is that you have to be able to commit to the treatment and you have to be consistent with it. I think that if you are willing to seek help in the first place, that you need to be able to follow through with the treatment by wearing your devices as you're supposed to, by also following the lessons that are provided, listening to the advice of your doctor, and just putting that all together. I think mindset absolutely matters. Yes, I think that you need to have a positive attitude about it, and you have to believe that it is going to work for you. I would tell anyone, and I would recommend Sound Relief to anyone, and have actually recommended it to a couple people that I know, because I don't think that anybody should live with this, struggle with it, right? I mean, we all have to live with it, but I don't think anyone should necessarily struggle with it. And until there is some kind of cure for tinnitus, which I don't think there's going to be, I think that treatments like this are amazing. I can attest to that. I still wear my devices, when I need to. I have gotten to the point where following the treatment the way that I did, I now only have to really wear them when I am stressed or have certain, life situations. But I think that, again, everybody's situation would be very different and specific to them. But I think that just for me, it's been truly life-changing, because I think that had I not come here, I would still be struggling with this in a way that would have just impacted my life. It would have really probably deteriorated who I am as a person, right? My happiness, my ability to function day to day. So I think that it's just an amazing thing.